Your insulation is not doing what you think it is doing. It slows heat. It does not store it. The moment a heat wave holds for more than a few hours, the insulation in your walls is overwhelmed and the air conditioner takes over. There is a wall material that does something completely different. It absorbs the heat before it reaches the interior, holds it there for 8 to 10 hours, and releases it when the outdoor air has already cooled. Your wall becomes the air conditioner. No electricity required. This is the build guide. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly what Hempcrete is and why it outperforms conventional insulation on the metric that actually matters in a heat wave, who buried it in American construction for 81 years and why, and how to use it in a new build or renovation today under a legal code pathway that did not exist 7 years ago. Here's exactly what it is and why the insulation industry has every reason to hope you never compare them side by side. Hempcrete is not concrete. The name is misleading and the insulation industry has been happy to let it stay that way. It is a mixture of hemp hurd, the woody inner core of the hemp stalk, hydraulic lime binder, and water, mixed to a wet consistency and packed by hand into wall cavities around a structural timber or steel frame. It is not load-bearing. It does not replace your structure. It replaces your insulation, and it does a dramatically different job than the insulation currently in your walls. Hemp hurd is what remains after the hemp fiber has been stripped from the stalk. For decades, it was an agricultural waste product, burned or composted. It is lightweight, low density, and riddled with microscopic air pockets. Those air pockets are the first reason Hempcrete works. Conventional insulation, fiberglass bats, spray foam, mineral wool, works by slowing the movement of heat through a wall. Reduce the thermal conductivity of the wall assembly and less heat gets through per unit of time. That is the R-value argument, and it is a real effect, but it is only half of what a wall can do for temperature. This is the same principle we covered in the Rammed Earth, Adobe, and Darren Kuyu videos on this channel. The higher the specific heat capacity of the material, the more energy it can absorb before its temperature rises significantly. Hempcrete has a specific heat capacity of approximately 1,000 to 1,200 joules per kilogram per degree Celsius in dry conditions, higher than concrete at 880 and significantly higher than fiberglass at 700. As Hempcrete absorbs moisture in humid conditions, that figure rises further, potentially reaching 1,500 to 2,000 joules per kilogram per degree Celsius at high relative humidity, increasing its thermal buffering advantage in exactly the conditions where summer heat peaks. The wall does not block the heat entirely. It delays it, attenuates it, and times its arrival for the moment it is least harmful. 300 millimeters is a typical residential Hempcrete wall thickness. Thinner walls of 200 millimeters achieve a 5 to 7 hour delay, still significant compared to the near zero lag in fiberglass insulation of equivalent R value. Peer-reviewed research confirms the thermal performance advantage in measured building data. The University of Bath has published on the hygrothermal performance of hemp lime buildings, documenting the material's combination of thermal buffering and moisture regulation in instrumented structures. Multiple independent studies across Europe and North America have documented interior surface temperatures in Hempcrete buildings running measurably lower than equivalent conventional construction under summer solar exposure. Energy modeling validated against monitored building data estimates reductions in mechanical cooling energy consumption of 25 to 50% in hot climates, consistent with the 50% headline figure in this channel's title. The range reflects the variation in climate, building design, and comparison baseline across different studies. The second mechanism is hygroscopic regulation, pronounced Hygroscopic, and it is the property most conventional insulation cannot replicate at all. Hempcrete actively absorbs moisture from humid air and releases it when the air is dry. This means the wall assembly buffers indoor humidity naturally, preventing the condensation that forms inside conventional wall cavities, and creates the mold problem that costs American homeowners billions annually. A Hempcrete wall does not have a vapor barrier. It does not need one. The hemp hurd manages moisture through the wall so effectively that it acts as its own climate control membrane. Peer-reviewed research confirms that buildings with hempcrete walls maintain stable indoor temperature and humidity for hours after any active heat source is removed with no mechanical assistance. There is a third advantage that no synthetic insulation product can claim. Industrial hemp absorbs approximately 8 to 15 tons of carbon dioxide per hectare per growing season, with 10 tons a commonly cited mid-range estimate depending on variety and growing conditions. That carbon is locked into the hemp hurd as the plant grows. When the hurd is mixed into a wall, that carbon stays there. The lime binder then undergoes carbonation as it cures, reabsorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and converting it to calcium carbonate. This carbonation process unfolds over decades, not months, but over the lifespan of the structure it continues to accumulate. A hempcrete wall is not carbon neutral. It is carbon negative over its lifetime. Picture a house in the south of France, the second week of August. The outdoor thermometer reads 40 degrees Celsius, 104 degrees Fahrenheit. For 5 consecutive days, the temperature has not dropped below 32 degrees at night. The neighbors have had their air conditioning running continuously since Tuesday. This house has none. The walls are hempcrete, 300 millimeters thick, packed around a timber frame and rendered with lime plaster on both surfaces. You walk in. The air inside is cool, not air conditioning cool with its flat, recycled quality. This is the cool of a room that has been slowly absorbing heat all day and has not yet reached the point where it starts giving it back. The wall surface is warm to the touch on the outside. On the inside, it is room temperature. The hempcrete started absorbing heat when the temperature rose at 8 in the morning. That heat is still traveling through the wall. It will not reach the interior surface until sometime after midnight, by which point the outdoor air will have cooled enough to open the windows and vent the stored heat before dawn. The cycle resets and repeats the following day. No electricity was consumed to manage any of it. The fiberglass and foam insulation it replaces requires petrochemical feedstocks, manufacturing processes that emit carbon, and disposal at end of life that sends synthetic materials to landfill. The comparison is not close. So why has this material been absent from American construction for most of the last century? In 1935, DuPont filed a patent for nylon, its new synthetic fiber product. In 1937, the United States Congress passed the Marijuana Tax Act, which effectively banned the cultivation of cannabis sativa, the plant species that includes both cannabis and industrial hemp. Harry Anslinger's Federal Bureau of Narcotics ran the campaign. The legislation was framed as a drug control measure. Its practical effect was to eliminate industrial hemp from American agriculture and manufacturing. Industrial hemp and cannabis are the same species but different cultivars, as different in their effects as a chili pepper and a bell pepper are in heat. Industrial hemp contains 0.3% or less of tetrahydrocannabinol, the psychoactive compound. Cannabis typically contains 5 to 30%. You cannot get high from hemp. You cannot get high from hempcrete. The conflation between the two was not an accident of pharmacology. It was an argument of economic convenience. William Randolph Hearst owned timber interests that supplied his newspaper empire. Hemp paper threatened his timber holdings. DuPont's new synthetic fiber competed directly with hemp fiber for textiles and rope. The Marijuana Tax Act was not the only mechanism protecting those interests, but it was the most effective. For 81 years, American farmers could not legally grow the plant. American builders could not legally source the material. And American homeowners paid the insulation industry for a series of synthetic alternatives that required petrochemical feedstocks, degraded over time, and could not regulate humidity or store thermal energy the way hemp hurd can. In 2018, Section 10113 of the Agricultural Improvement Act, the Farm Bill, removed hemp from Schedule 1 and legalized cultivation at 0.3% THC or below. The 81-year ban ended. In 2022, the International Code Council approved hempcrete as Appendix BA of the 2024 International Residential Code, published formally in 2023. The IRC forms the basis for residential building standards in 49 states. The appendix applies to 1- and 2-family dwellings and townhouses as a non-structural wall infill system. Local jurisdictions must specifically adopt the appendix, but the national code pathway now exists. Hemp hurd is available from domestic U.S. suppliers. Hydraulic lime is available at any building merchant. The material that could not legally exist in an American wall in 2017 now has a documented code pathway in the country's primary residential building standard. The building code gap is closing, but it is closing slowly, and the insulation industry that has occupied the space for 81 years has no interest in helping it close faster. There is no trade association for hemp hurd. There is no manufacturer funding the ICC standard development. The materials do not generate recurring service revenue. The wall you build from hemp and lime will still be standing and still be performing in 100 years. That is not a business model the insulation industry can replicate or monetize. The cannabis conflation that buried Hempcrete in 1937 has ended. The market forces it created have not. The physics is decades old, and it still works. What it does to a 30-year energy bill is the part the insulation industry really does not want you to calculate. The installation does not require a contractor, an engineer, or a professional quote. Here is what it actually involves. Hempcrete is always an infill material, not a structural one. It requires a structural frame, typically timber stud construction or a post and beam frame, with the hempcrete packed between and around the structural members. For a new build or significant renovation exposing wall cavities, this is the correct moment to install it. It is not a retrofit material for closed walls. The hempcrete is packed into wall formwork by hand and tamped firmly. Do not vibrate it. Vibration compresses the air pockets that provide both the thermal and hygroscopic performance. A compressed hempcrete wall will look the same as a correctly packed one. It will not work the same. Formwork is removed after 24 hours. The hempcrete continues to cure and harden over 4 to 6 weeks, gaining strength as the lime carbonates. The finished wall breathes, meaning it is vapor open and requires no plastic vapor barrier. This is one of the features that most surprises builders trained on conventional insulation. The wall works better without the membrane that conventional construction requires. Material cost. Hemp hurd runs approximately $300 to $500 per ton from domestic U.S. suppliers. A 300 millimeter wall uses approximately 100 kilograms of hemp hurd per square meter of wall area. At these prices, the hemp hurd component costs approximately $3 to $5 per square foot of finished wall. Total material cost, including lime binder, runs $4 to $8 per square foot. Installed cost with labor runs $12 to $25 per square foot depending on location, significantly competitive with high-performance spray foam systems at comparable thermal performance. The hemp stalk has been regulating the temperature and humidity of buildings for centuries in Europe and Asia. French hemp lime construction, known as chanvre-chaud, pronounced chanvre-chaud, dates to the 1980s and has produced monitored buildings with documented passive temperature performance for over 3 decades. In a 30-week growing season, 1 hectare of hemp absorbs 10 tons of carbon dioxide and produces enough hurd for the walls of a standard residential home. The plant grows in most American climates, requires no pesticides, and returns nitrogen to the soil. The 81-year ban did not happen because the material stopped working. The wall Steve Allen built from hemp and lime in Ireland in 2005 is still standing. The thermal performance is still documented. The carbon is still stored in the wall. The synthetic alternatives that replaced it for 81 years are in landfill. The hemp hurd is available from domestic U.S. suppliers today. The lime is at any building merchant. The code pathway exists in every state that has adopted the 2024 IRC appendix. The wall that was illegal to build in 2017 is legal to quote on this afternoon. A homeowner in a hot climate who builds or renovates with hempcrete walls reduces their mechanical cooling energy by 25 to 50%. Over 30 years at $2,000 annually in cooling costs. That is between $15,000 and $30,000 in avoided electricity bills. The hemp that made the walls grew in a season, sequestered 10 tons of carbon per hectare, and came back from the soil it was grown in as a wall that will not need replacing. The insulation manufacturer whose product it replaces had a different preference for how that calculation came out. The Farm Bill changed the outcome. The physics was always the same. Next on the build guide, there is a net made from $30 of mesh that captures fog and turns it into drinking water in any climate where morning mist exists. And the same airflow that drives fog collection can power a small turbine generating electricity indefinitely. The utility company has sold you a water connection and an electricity connection to solve a problem, a piece of mesh, and the morning air have been solving for free for decades. We're going to show you exactly how it works. Subscribe and hit the bell. You will not want to miss that one.